Midnight was a small but brave kitten with a coat as black as the midnight sky, dotted with patches of white like the stars. He lived in a cozy cottage on the edge of a village with his beloved owner, old Miss Millie, who was a kind woman known for her magical garden full of rare plants. Miss Millie had always told Midnight stories about the stars, how they danced across the sky every night, keeping watch over the world below. But one chilly autumn evening, Midnight noticed something strange. One of the stars in the sky had disappeared. Curious and concerned, Midnight scampered to Miss Millie's side. "Miss Millie," he meowed, "one of the stars is gone." Miss Millie, looking up at the night sky, sighed softly. "Ah, Midnight, the stars are not just up there for decoration. Sometimes they fall, and when they do, they need help to return home." "Can I help?" Midnight asked, his amber eyes wide with excitement. "You can, my dear," Miss Millie replied with a smile. "But you must go to the Starfield, where the stars land when they fall. It is a place hidden deep within the forest, beyond the wildflowers and the old oak tree." Without hesitation, Midnight set off on his adventure. Through the quiet village streets he padded, his little paws making soft thuds against the cobblestones, until he reached the edge of the dark forest. The trees loomed overhead, their branches swaying gently in the wind, but Midnight didn't hesitate. The further he ventured into the forest, the more magical it felt. The moonlight shone through the canopy above, illuminating a path of silver light. After what seemed like hours, Midnight finally reached the Starfield, a hidden meadow filled with glowing flowers and shimmering stones. In the center of the meadow lay a fallen star, its light dim but still faintly pulsing. Midnight padded closer, his heart racing. With a gentle nudge of his paw, he touched the star. Suddenly, a burst of light filled the air, and Midnight was lifted into the sky, higher than he'd ever been before. He watched in awe as the star began to rise, soaring back into the heavens, its light now as bright as the others. When Midnight returned to the ground, he found himself back at the edge of the forest, with the night sky restored. The missing star had found its place once again, shining brightly in the sky. Midnight padded back to the cottage, his heart full of joy. He had helped a star find its way home, and that was something no other cat in the village could say. From that night on, every time Midnight looked up at the stars, he knew that he had touched the sky, and that sometimes, even the smallest of creatures could help the brightest lights find their way home.